Hey guys, this is Kirob speaking, and today we are back in the Cyclist tactics, and today I have for you the first gameplay video. This is based on a version which was made shortly before the winter holidays, so shortly before Christmas, and that one is going to be, I think, good enough to show you some gameplay. Some of the janky movements and stuff from the camera were, well, improved on drastically, and I think it should be watchable now to some extent, especially with me giving you some background information as to what is going on, because you haven't played the tutorials, have you? Anyway, let's go into a single race, which is going to be kind of demo content, you could say. Southern Loop Classic. Does that sound like a race we should take part in? I think so. Maybe the Naubad Classic? That is... Whoa! That is a... Holy shit, that's a ramp. I don't think you can jump that. That is... That's 14% steep, like all the way from there to there. Yeah, okay, that's pretty impressive. Let's race this one. This is pretty... Yeah, sprint finish. I don't think any sprinters are left over there. This is a hilly mountain classic. It has that archetype. And we are just going to take the stage. There's not much technical sections in here, marked by the little red line under the section. Of course, the color gives you the gradient. And flat, there's not much flat in here. There's this little bit right before the finish, and that is slightly uphill too. What kind of riders are we going to make? I think I'm going for, because this is an amateur classic, these settings, by the way, don't work just yet, and they're not going to be available for the demo either. But yes, so let's go in here, and John Brown is going to be our lead rider. Marco Schuster. Oh, I can't pronounce your name, sorry. You're in my team. I hired you supposedly, but I can't pronounce it. Let's make you something else. Oh, this is a little nervous, a little shaky. But nah. Anyway, so how am I going to do this? Let's not go overboard and make crazy characters just yet. We don't need to completely crush everyone. Let's make one level 8 rider on level 9. That gives us 3 specializations. We are going to race against riders up to level 12, I believe it is. Or do we have automatic picking in there already? Let's make it a little harder if that is not the case, if we are not racing against the cream of the crop, the max level riders. But rather, level 8 rider, we have 3 specializations available starting at level 8. At level 11 you gain the 4th. I've rebalanced these a little since last time I showed them, and I think they are more interesting now, but the overall gist of it is still, of course, the same. It's so hard. Balancing is so hard. This is why it's something that not everyone can do, is it? Okay, what do we want to do here? We did see that it's mostly a mountain affair. There's not much technical stuff in there, but neither is there flat. We don't have any sprinting going on, so I think this might be a good constellation to take for your stats. +2 in mountain, +1 downhill, +1 technical. The +1 technical means that you lose 1 movement point less than the competition if you are in a technical section. So the technical penalty goes up to 4 points. That is available in, or the penalty is available. It's applied in extremely steep downhill sections, like -12%. If it's a technical section, technical descent, then that sector would have a -4 penalty. And if you have a +1, that is only a -3 penalty. So, yeah, if you have some good technical skills, you can get through those sectors very rapidly, while others are struggling. And there's bad slipstream in those sectors too, despite it being downhill, which also means that you maybe can get away from these in these sectors. But I didn't see any super... these are -3 sectors. Oh, so a 3 penalty, and this is a 2 penalty sector. So nothing major, and this is certainly not a point in the race where it's full gas. So we should be fine there. Let's go back in here and build the character. Finished. This is a pretty short stage, so I think 84 energy is enough. And we're going for 9 energy per turn. That's very high. 10 is max. And I think... do we want to have an additional recovery? Let's see what it does, though. I think 4 would be the best next step, because this one gets us slightly better thresholds for the performance across the stage. And we start out at 10 energy per turn if we take the 3, but I think this is a little weak. It's mostly a benefit in between stage recovery, which you see in here. It's going up quite a lot. But we don't get what I wanted to see, and that it happens when you go to level 4. You see this little green bar jump up one? That is that your threshold for actually getting back energy is now 1 point lower, which means that you will get energy back more frequently and more of it too. So that is a big benefit in longer stages where you want to recover in the downhills, and well, also in longer stages they tend to not go full gas all the time, so you are actually able to recover in the downhill sectors. But here I think recovery 2 is probably the better way of going. This is not super fast. Like at the start he is decently fast, but towards the end, and 19 attack points is not much, so this will be tough. Let's make our second rider a general helper rider. Let's put him at something decent as well. Short of it, quite a bit weaker than the level 8 because he doesn't have the other specialization. And we can go with, let's say, double in mountain. That is quite interesting. And we go with... we go with... do we need 84? If he's our main helper, then we should give him plenty of energy too. And he needs some extra attack, and this is, yeah, okay. Let's make him fast as well, so that he actually can lead out properly if he's still around by then. And then let's make this our escapee. Let's put a name on them. All right, to get to the action, I'm just going to do John Brown, Marcus Schuster, escapee, level 5. I'm going to set him up as well. And then a helper rider. The escapee I'm going to set up with 1 mountain, 1 downhill, so nicely rounded for this terrain, and he has even less recovery, but plenty of energy for being a level 5 rider, and a decent amount of attack points considering he only has 6 in attack per turn, and that one is lowered by 1 every time you use the maximum of it, so not that fast. And our helper rider level 3, just additional energy. He has 1 in mountain and 1 recovery. Yeah, that's shit. But anyway, we are ready to go. And this team is called the Super Mountain Riders. Mountain Riders. Yes, perfect. Okay, cool. Let's get into the race preview. And we see that John Brown, our main guy, is in the list of favorites, but he is just at 1 star. These are the absolute favorites. Flat Hilly 12. There are level 12 guys in here. TT Mount. These names, by the way, are just names that make debugging a lot easier. And this rating back here is their strength calculated for this archetype of that we have in the stage at the moment. And that is mainly for debugging purposes, but I find it so helpful that maybe it may stay in one way or another. So yeah, let's go. Start the race. Well, okay, that's our escapee. He's in a... This is turn 0, by the way. Turn 0 the race starts with a reordering phase. And in that reordering phase, you can decide where you wanted to go in the peloton. Well, everyone starts in P1, which is the general front of the peloton. And the ordering here is completely random. That's the only part that is random within a stage, in a race. And, okay, so we are quite far forward with the escapee. That means if he's going to attack, he might drag a big bunch with him. This is a reasonably short stage, and he's not a very strong rider. So I would like to not do the first move with him and just follow a wheel. So I think what I'm going to do is place him somewhat further back, which costs me 1 energy point to change his placement. And then hook into any escape group that is going out instead. And if no one is going, I just want to make sure that I have someone with me. Oh, do we want to maybe pull this guy with us? And then let him work for us. Yeah, you're the favorite here, you're the favorite here. I don't want to do any work. I'm just a shitty level 5 SKP rider. He's a level 10. Level 10 Hilly rider and a good one at that. Holy shit, his stats. Yeah, that's quite nice. So let's hope we pull him with us if no one else is attacking. So let's go there. Now it's John Brown. John Brown needs to go into the peloton. And then we need the helper. Helper needs to go into the relay. You see the blue outline here for the riders, or the blue background rather. That is the relay stack of the peloton. Okay, looking good. We have one more in here, and that is Marco Schuster. That is the helper of John Brown. And there we go. So first turn starts, and we see that we do have the peloton wants to move right there, and so far everyone has moved there. Of course, no slipstream going that slow and up the slope. You see the slipstream rating down here is at -2. So whatever slipstream you would get to move there, which would be 0 points anyway. Now, is that actually correct? Oh yeah, well, if we don't go to this point, then we have no slipstream, because, well, we are riding at the front. So, yes. But this would probably get you 1 slipstream if you ride with the peloton. And does it? No, it doesn't even do that. So, not even that. Oh, there we have an attack. Someone attacked and went there. And 6 riders are now joining this breakaway. That's quite significant. And Mr. SKP is up. And as you can see, he is getting some slipstream. And that was a big move. 16 nodes did they move? Yes. That gets a +2 slipstream bonus. And, well, it's a penalty of 2 as well. But so it must be a +4 slipstream bonus to get to there. And then what is remaining is, well, 2. So here we go. And Marco Schuster is in the peloton. He can only choose to move to here because he's now blocked by other riders. So yeah, we just moved them there. Easy. And reordering phase. Well, we are just going to join the relay of the escape group. That is... Oh, and we... Exactly as I thought. There's the Hilly 10 rider. I didn't want it to be that large a group with him in there, though. Cobble Light 8. He's going to die. A terrible death. But he is so strong in general that he's probably going to do reasonably well regardless. Yeah, there's some really good riders in here. There's another Hilly 10 rider in here. Oof, he's in good company it seems. Another Hilly 10 there. Okay, I hope he also joins the relay, which means that he's not just going to suck on our wheels. And now is the stack reordering phase of the peloton. And you can see this is the ordering of riders. He's going to pull next. And now it starts pissing. What does my weather forecast say? Oh, okay, it has been pissing for a while, I guess. Yeah, nice weather coming up, so that's cool. And, yes, so he is going to pull first, then relay to the back, and so this is the order they are facing in. This is the order. So we have a few turns before we actually have to work at the front, but just being in this front group already gives you way less slipstream than being in here or in there, especially being in here or in there. These two are fantastic for slipstream, this one is not. So that is why we're going to move Marco Schuster and John Brown back one more. They are in P3 now. They are hanging in there and hoping to get a few extra points of slipstream along the way. The dangerous part about that is that they will take 2 full turns, to move up into a position where they can do anything. So that is the risk. And that moving up also takes energy. It takes 2 energy per move up in the peloton. It takes energy to just wiggle your way through there. There is no ealing mode in this game, is there? No. But anyway, we are moving with the escapees. That was a strong move. Really good one, too. You see the little number in the nodes? just as a reminder, if you missed the previous video, which you should look at, the gameplay fundamentals, the basics of how the game works, or the rules work. And this number is the number of free movement points you get when you land on the next turn when you land on this node now. So if we land on this one, we will get 6 free movement points the next turn. And then your modifiers are applied to it, depending on what kind of terrain you are traversing and what kind of trait bonuses you have or have not. So yeah, this is a very good move. Maximum energy move, gets away from the peloton, moves onto a good node right after a slightly worse node. So the AI picked a good node to move to. Do we get any slipstream there? Yeah, +1, that's nice. Saved 1 energy at least. It's good. And now we are going to see where the peloton's going. Oh, they make a short move. I think what they're aiming for is jump from here to there to there. And something that we have in the game here right now that you won't have is our debug mode, and that actually outputs the planned moves for that rider. And they are currently in a very low stance, which just means that they are planning to go pretty slow. And here you see the nodes they are going to move to: 15, 22, and then 30. Doesn't tell you much right now, but there is a little bit more background information on what's going on there, so helps us debug. Anyway, we are just following the peloton, because that is what we do. We could, of course, try and chase these escapees down, but that's just not necessary just yet. So let's settle down in a good pace, and we can move this back, like that. Okay, now we have a situation here where someone decided to move a little further, and that was just using extra energy. That means that everyone left behind gets the option to catch up by just investing that additional energy that was not put in previously. And this will shuffle around the ordering a bit, and we are going to catch up because the peloton's AI, the general peloton, is deciding, yeah, okay, we are certainly going to follow. You see this little node has shifted, the P target. Alright, let's go there, and I think what I'm going to do now is to just ride along a little, and I'm going to catch you once something happens, or once we get into this beautiful section down there. A bit of an interesting move here with the escapees going over this first hill. This is still turn 3. So, yeah, some decided to move further than just cresting. 4 points, 3 there, 14 there, so a natural place to go to would be the first node there. And what that does is that only your mountain trait counts, but if you have equally high mountain and downhill trait, or your downhill trait is actually higher than the mountain trait, then it doesn't matter if you choose to move further, especially as this is not a technical section. So yeah, a little bit of a split. Let's see if they come back together. Oh, now the peloton has woken up already. That move across there has scared them a little, I guess. Yeah, we are following along, but this is already taking some attack points. Probably not for our good guys back there in the peloton, because they are going to get some slipstream here. And yes, indeed they do. As you can see there, they get +3 in slipstream. And that shows here 5, 6, 7, 8, 6. Yeah, it's more energy efficient to move there than ride on your own to there. Oh, this is actually a very good example of showing how extreme the slipstream can get. This is a downhill section that is not technical, so it's very easy to hold a wheel. And they are going to go fast, because this is 14 free movement points. And they probably do have some downhill traits as well. And now you can see here they moved a total of 21 nodes, and there's a slipstream bonus of the worst slipstream bonus is +2 throughout this whole segment, so they are getting 6 slipstream bonus, and that means, yeah, I'm not going to pay any energy to move there, so it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 0, 7, which is nice. Of course, I'm going to do this one. These riders were the ones that left us before, so we don't have any slipstream to them. They crested a little further up than we did. So, yep, let's move to right there. The peloton is now across as well, as expected. Oh shit, okay, I see what they were going for. That move, this is so interesting, yes. That is planning. That is proper planning by E1. Holy shit. Okay, I did not see this one coming, but it's awesome to show. So, the move they did here, for this first crest you saw there, they moved further than just cresting, as we talked about previously. Why did they do that? The answer is, that allowed them to do this move. They jumped over the next hill, instead of going to the bottom like we have to do. Look at that, our range is off. We can't get there even with a full attack move. So, yeah, they got a significant advantage on us now. So, yeah, we are going to move down here. It's us doing the lead work this time, so no slipstream bonus there. Yeah, let's go and move at a decent pace down to here. Ah, good times. These downhill sections with riders that have a decent amount of downhill skill and recovery skill, or recovery stat, they do get back a fair few points of energy. Here, we are remaking 3, and with the other rider also 3 points of energy back. After our pull, with our E2 guy at the front, we can relay all the way to the back for free. That doesn't cost you any energy. So here we have an example of how hills or steeper sections are affecting gameplay. Because you would be saying that, could be saying that, oh, but mountain sections, if you can jump over them, that is weird. And I have to agree, that is weird. But look at what they are doing. If you are moving across a mountain section like this, they still have the real life effect of only the worst modifier counts. So if you're shit in mountain, you won't be able to move nearly as far across the mountain while jumping it as other riders who are competent at riding in the mountains. And also, you get a massive penalty for your slipstream. So basically that slipstream isn't worth that much. And you see that here. So for this big move, we're getting 0 slipstream. And that is because there's a -3 in here from the very steep, or well, very steep, the quite steep mountain section that is in there. So this is all working out very nicely. Oh, and here we have a very nice section coming up, of course, the 14% section. So we are at the bottom of this very long and partially extremely steep climb. And from the looks of it, it is not hard getting there to the steep ramp, that is the 14%er, from down here, exactly here. So we are through this technical section, which was rather mild, which is good. It was mild also because we have technical skills, so it doesn't hurt as bad. But yes, so we can go here with just using 2 energy. That would rejoin us with the other riders from this first pack, that was E1. The others have decided to make some weirder moves. I don't know. Maybe they're seeing like, oh, we should better save some energy. But that is a bad time to do so, I guess. Yes, so if we move here, let's go preview mode. We can move across this super steep section if we invest 7 energy and 1 attack. And I think we need to do this. Let's go there then and see how we can move the next turn. That would move us into the 5 free movement point section. And if we go max energy there, then we can make the jump over to the downhill section, which is going pretty long, but it doesn't have any technical section, so it won't slow us down. That is looking good. And then this climb is not nearly as steep. It has a bit of a ramp there to start, but not much. Okay, so this is slowly coming together. Now is a good time to check who's with me. And that Hilly 10 guy is with me, not the one that we wanted us to follow initially, but the other one. And we have Hilly Mountain 7, so level 7. Hilly Mountain, yeah, he's pretty good as well. Doesn't have that much energy and attack left though, 1339. And here we have us with 52. We are the strongest in this bunch. Almost, no, has quite high stats. But otherwise, we're still looking fresh, so he might have a shot, our little escapee. Let's see how much the peloton's catching up. They're right there. How many moves are they behind? They are behind E2. Let's see. This already works. Yes, this was recently implemented. So, hello there, PCM. This is something you don't have. you can actually scroll through the groups and see all the gaps instead of just being focused around your view, around your group. So, I still haven't figured out how to do that after 18 years of playing that fucking game. So, yes, yeah. We are... This is E2, okay. So 3 turns, almost, no, less than 3 turns away. Yeah, the peloton still can catch us, especially once the favorites are going. I think what I have to do now, though, is start to consider, while we're still going pretty slow, consider moving up my guys through the ranks of the peloton. And I want my lead outrider to move first. Seems a little odd, but they are in the wrong order, and the only way to instantaneously restore the order without taking another turn is to move him first. So let's do that. And then he will be in the middle of the peloton for the next move, while my proper team captain is still in P3, but then they can move up each turn, and then they will be on each other's wheels very soon. Okay, so here we have the situation that we were planning for. I didn't plan to move without anyone else. That will be tough, but yeah, this is the best move to make here, I feel. And yeah, they are joining me. They are making the jump. This is the perfect situation to move up through the ranks, because this is a recovery move, so it doesn't cost us anything to do that. John Brown, there we go. He can't recover energy there, because he doesn't have any that was missing. Okay, here we are now... we can relay to the back. Perfect, perfect. Let them do the moves. I don't know where they want to attack, so this would be too early, but you never know. Okay, I think I can agree with this move. Let's see the preview. No, I can't do that. That is not looking good. What we are going to do instead is make a move that allows us to only use energy throughout. So we're going to go 6 energy here, preview. That gives us another move of 6 energy to there. Using attack points is not something you do want to do, like, just throw away. That is not good. So let's move there. Oh, our helper is now pulling, and he almost gets to the good spot there in 1 turn. But now they will also have to settle down at the bottom of the ramp here. Let's go there and see what happens to the peloton. Oh shit. They are there. Oh shit. Well, that's our helper done. He moved way too slow. This will be a little different in... we are currently investigating game mechanics for this, because this seems a little odd that you just don't know and then you're way off. But yeah. He's gone now. The peloton moved there. My other riders, though, are in the peloton, so they can only move to there. And look at what the minimum movement is. 8-5. It's almost going max. Not quite. So 2 more. 2 more. And we have some momentum blocking going on because that move was so brutal. Anyway, yep, we're joining them. And this is a 9-2 move. That is showing how powerful Mr. Brown is. John Brown. He will be doing well. Also, holy shit. There was a 30-point movement, and despite the -4, he still gets a slipstream bonus of +4, which means that the original bonus was 8, which is insane. But yeah, that's riding in the middle of the peloton, where he currently is, at super high speeds. Of course, up the hill, it's weird to say super high speeds, but you see how hard they're going. So, yes, that's kind of working, regardless of how little bit weird it is. But it's the turn-based nature of the game. It's a little odd, but it works out in the end, so it's pretty cool. Anyway, he made that move. Everyone followed him, so we relay him back again for free, which is nice, and then just see what moves they make. So now I have a bit of a problem. I would like to move up with my 2 guys from the peloton to P1, where I can act, but they have made a hard move already. So moving up now would cost us attack points, and even use maximum attack points, so that's certainly not something we want to do. Alright, let's wait a turn or wait until the downhill. Oh shit, one more of these tricky situations. Tricky situation. So we have our 3-man group splitting up over the crest here. There's one guy going here, and the other one there. And now we can choose which one to follow. We don't get slipstream regardless. But I think what this guy is seeing here, this one, is a move that is to, let's see, preview mode, down here, and then go as high up as he can, because that is the final, like jumping over this bigger ramp that you see here, the worst terrain, and then moving as fast as possible into that final climb. I think it is worth here just sucking his wheel a little bit and staying connected to him instead of him, because if we go here, yes, we can still move there, but that is a maximum attack move if we have to do it on our own. And I don't know if he is actually willing to move that hard. So let's go here. Okay, comparison time. It looks like he is way faster than we are, like way faster. He's 4 points faster than we are. He is 8.8, we are at 6.6. He is more skilled. So, but we have slightly more resources. Well, will that help us? We don't know. But I have to... Oh shit, I have to spend another point here. I have to spend another attack point to get on his wheel. It's a bit of fighting for position. He moved back, I have to move back. But we've already used attack points, so we have to use an attack point to do the reshuffle. I do want to get his slipstream going down there. That will be valuable. So, let's do that. Okay, that is something that I did not expect. So he didn't quite move to the bottom. Well, I mean, to him it doesn't really matter where he moves, because he has equals... Oh, he has even higher downhill skill than uphill skill, I guess it was. But, yeah, we are not going to attack him. That would be stupid. So let's move along. That gives us a nice big slipstream bonus of +6. So there in that situation it was, we spent 1 attack point and the benefit was 6 energy points. And that is certainly worth it. Oh man, okay, now they are all on my wheel. That is not the best constellation I can think of, but I think that is something we have to deal with. Or do I want to invest 1 energy point to get on his wheel? But he's probably not going to move that far. Oh no, he is decent in mountain. He has a +1 in mountain, but he has 0 downhill. Is he going to move hard? He has a decent amount of energy still. 30, so yeah, probably. Yeah, let's try. The question is that move hard enough? Let's see, with preview mode, how many more turns we need to get up this brutal little final climb. It's shallowing out a lot there, just 4%. But if we go almost max there, then to here, and then we are across the line. So, that isn't too bad a place to go. We still have 16 attack points though. If we went here instead, and did a move to here, to here, to there. Yeah, it would bring us a little further up the road. It's hard to tell though. This is a good place to be. On the other hand, if we attack now, we have 1 less competitor to worry about, but the other one will be set up nicely to counterattack. 16. If we spend just a little bit, and we get 1 or even 2. To momentum blocking. I'm looking at the momentum block nodes. So if we move here, then the other guy on our wheel can't move to this node that is right in front of us. He has to move at least 2 nodes past us because of our speediness going up this hill. So do I want to invest 2 points? I think that's worth it. Getting rid of 1, momentum blocking 1 node. It's reasonably safe. That's a good pace. He's probably going to stay on our wheel. Uh-oh. So this was something that didn't pay off then. I chose to remain in the middle of the peloton, and they are not moving fast. They're not moving fast enough. They should have moved there. So now we do get a bit of recovery, but man, this is way too slow tempo. Well, now we have no excuse to not move up to the front. Oh yep, all the team captains are coming to the front as well. Or all the lead-out riders. So that is something to be aware of. They're setting up to properly roll away. Oh! Whoa. We're actually out alone. He decided to not follow our wheel, but the other wheel. He is running low on resources. He did have less resources than we did, and we did move the down here, where we spent 1 attack point to retain 6 energy. I think that is why he's slowing down a little. He doesn't have much energy left. So now it's now or never. We have 25-14. Can we do this? If we move hard to here, they shouldn't be able to follow us. Okay, but the peloton is setting up for a massive move. They are moving into position. Another recovery move down to here. And then they have 14 free movement, and it's full guns blazing for them. Oh, if you compare this, flat hilly 12 rider, he has such good stats. If you compare that to us here, he still has a very decent amount of both attack and energy left over, and is super fast. 9.8 versus our 9.7. So he's actually faster in this. Not in this terrain. He has a -1 in mountain, but he's so strong. I think he starts at 95 energy or something. But yes, we are in a decent spot to act. We are right at the back of the group that can command some initiative. But that must be a max out move. And with Max, should have called him Max Schuster instead of Marco Schuster. But John Brown is going to follow him, his lead. He has no plus in mountain though, so he won't be quite as quick up here than we would like to. Our escapee though is doing very well. I think we don't have any direct followers, so I think I can set up the quicker, more efficient move, which is to go to the... Oh, this is a technical section. But we are fine here. It's just a negative... Oh, it's a -3% downhill, so very shallow. And that means the technical section is only a... Is it only a -1? Should be a -2. It's a little odd. I need to recheck that. That seems like a bug. Should be -2 we should be getting here, so -1 remaining after that. Oh no, actually, this is a downhill section. So downhill gets you 1. And then it's a technical, -2, but this is a +1. So overall, we end up at 1 + 1 - 2, which is 0. So yeah, there we go. Okay, let's move here. That is the last downhill sector there. And that is a big move. That is all the way off screen. Ooh, nice. Okay, there was an attack. This was a very hard move, but there was an attack. And that is an all-out move to follow. Even though... No, it doesn't get any slipstream bonus. But let's move there. And for John Brown, that should be possible to follow. Oh yeah, easy. He could go on the all-out attack. He's getting +4 slipstream now. This is a nice group. We would be well positioned within that group too. So I think I'm going to stay with this group. This is very efficient. Just riding 9 there. It's unfortunate that we didn't move 1 node further, but that would be a big cost for very little benefit. Okay. So now Marco Schuster and John Brown have actually joined those remaining escapees, where our escapee is nowhere to be seen anymore. Like, bye-bye, guys. Weren't you supposed to be here and pull for us for a little moment? Nope, he decided to go on his own. Or, well, the others decided they didn't want to follow. So, yeah, how badly are they? No, they're pretty good. You need to look into the AI with the thresholds. That's their thresholds for when they stop acting properly. And they don't have a proper mode for this kind of low energy state at the moment. So they are a little too passive there, instead of going hard when it's the end of the stage. Something to improve on before the demo release for sure. It's currently playing a little too easy because of that. But we are now here, and Marco Schuster is still looking great to place another attack. And there we go, our little escapee, victorious with a big move across the line. When you move across the line like this, your turn counter is lower than if you end right behind the finish line. So that's why I'm doing that. So go there. Yes, celebrate, man. And this is Marco Schuster's last move. He's going to do it max. Let's see if we can crush it. So this was very nicely laid up. And I think we're just going to go a max move there. And then follow with an 8-1, was it? Yes, I think so. Marco is now completely powered out. He has no juice left in his legs. So now what we are going to do is just stay in position there. And John Brown is taking over the pedaling at the front and going to sprint across the line. And there we go. He's passing the line. Let's see how far. Oh, he just barely gets across the line in this turn. Very nicely done. Well, that was a bit of a crushing victory, that. Mostly because the AI didn't quite know two things. And that is moving correctly, calculating at low energy and low attack values. As in towards the end of the stage when they are powered out. And the second is that they underestimated the gap that the escapees had. And we have a solution for that already, and that is going to be implemented quite soon. But yes, so the remaining riders are now moving across the line, and I shall meet you on the podium. Oh, didn't I mention that Cobble Light 8 was going to suffer? Well, he's still not at the finish after turn 32, so yes, he did proper die. There we go. There's the podium in the not Arc de Triomphe, not a Brandenburger Tor, in Gazmere. And beautiful. The escapee just won in front of John Brown and Marco Schuster. The escape itself, I would say, was very nicely done. We should have had someone on our wheel there, though. We outplayed the other rider, but one should have been on our wheel and probably won that thing. Although he might have been running out of energy. But the other two should not have gained as much advantage on the peloton, and they didn't play it quite proper. And that is AI issues, which we are going to work on. Currently the AI is in a very basic state still. But overall, I think I was able to show you some really good tactical thinking there within the stage, and what is actually counting, and how they are reacting. And some moves were brilliant, like that move the AI made to jump that one hill by moving 2 further across the crest on the previous hill. That was brilliant. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and see you guys next time.